What's going on, guys? It's Armando Rodriguez, otherwise known as the ITP Paladin. So you're going to notice right now, I put this on a different channel. For very good reasons, but I owe you guys an apology. But before I get to that, allow me just to quickly give a little insight as to what I've been dealing with. So over the last... definitely a year, I think about a year, we've been dealing with my daughter, who I've loved very much. There's been some issues going on with her hearing. Thankfully, nothing making her sick, nothing ailing her health or anything like that. But it does, unfortunately, plague. We've definitely been dealing with a lot on that field of medical expertise, I guess. I'm lacking the words right now. Please forgive that. The point is that we've been dealing with our daughter and health issues, so the quality of my content has been pretty low for a while. My upload schedule has been pretty messed up for both this channel as well as the gaming channel, which will be promptly renamed probably in the near future. Be on the lookout for that. But essentially speaking, that we've been dealing with her hearing issues. Again, nothing that's ailing her health, but it is impacting her learning and literally her ability to hear. So we've been on... Yeah, for all we know, hearing issues might not be hearing issues. Doing the video. So the point stands, we've been dealing with that, so quality content has been down, and that's completely okay because, in this entire endeavor, her parents, we're doing the best we can, so keep us in prayer for that one, and God willing, all things will work out perfectly. I know they'll work out perfectly. It's not a matter of if. It's just, keep it in prayer either way. But moving on to the real deal of this video, I owe every single one of you an apology. So about 6 months ago, give or take, I basically made the decision to try and up my content creation. I wanted to do more. And unfortunately, I failed. I failed miserably in that endeavor, and I am completely and utterly okay with that because it's a learning experience. It just wasn't meant to be. I gave it a shot. I did it in fullness. It didn't pay back. That's fine. So I owe you guys an apology because the promises were that I was going to do content creation for Christian content alongside gaming content. But the problem arose early on that not only was I not doing any Christian content to the quality and extent that I was doing my gaming, but that my gaming was just overall the only thing I was putting in real effort to. And that I was putting in some effort for my Christian content, but I wasn't doing it right. So the apology here is that I'm basically sorry that I promised something that I didn't deliver on. I'll gladly take the heat for that, but it's changing now. I'm reducing my gaming a lot. I'm not going to be streaming just gaming anymore. I'm going to be redistributing my efforts into Christian content solely. Working off the gaming, playing that occasionally. I'm doing my Star Wars games on my gaming channel, so you can still find it there. It's not that you won't find me gaming anymore, but I am definitely going to be working on Christian content above all else. But where am I currently? Well, that's a good question. I've been reading my Bible in chronological order, and I've been trying to find times where I could read it more often. Let me tell you, when you're power reading through that thing, allow me to put it this way, actually. If you've ever heard a non-Christian individual, like it doesn't matter what they are, the point is that they're not Christian. There was a poll on Facebook that I saw where a group of atheists in particular, but again, this accounts for everybody, there was a poll done asking them, how often do you read the Bible? Just so that you can make fun of it or whatever the reason is. How often do you actually look into the Bible, the source material for, them making fun of it? And the funniest bit here is that a whole bunch, like everybody claimed, oh, I read it multiple times a year, like over 10 times. Then you had another group of people, slightly smaller, but saying, oh, I read it about 5 times a year. Then you had another group beneath it. Oh, about 2 times a year. Then you had this even smaller demographic, 1 time a year. And then everybody saying, oh, I just read through it like every once in a while, just a couple of verses, nothing really big. No, I'm calling it right now. Liar. Sorry, but I've been doing the chronological reading. I have started from beginning to end. Now, if you say that you read through the entire Bible, like as in 100% the entire Bible, you're nothing but a liar. Because I'm currently going through it, and it is a painstakingly mental breaking process to be able to literally take everything in. Like, I'm not just reading surface level. I am reading and I'm studying and I'm going deeper. And there's a couple of things that came from this. In fact, I might make a separate video on this very shortly after I finish this apology video. But the crux of this entire explanation is that I've been reading through the chronological order. I call anyone who says they read the Bible multiple times in 1 year a liar, because it is physically impossible. The only way you would be able to do that is if you speed read through the entire thing and didn't pertain any of the information coming wherein. But I'm doing that. And it's been a while, but I have made it about a third of the way through the Old Testament, if I've done my math correctly based on the list I was given. A lot has been learned, so a deeper appreciation for the Old Testament and for everything that it brings, the law that God has established. Quite honestly, I'm looking forward to talking about that in far more detail in the next video, but that is what I have been doing, and making it a third of the way through the Old Testament has been one heck of a journey, an eye-opener, and a lot has happened in my spiritual walk that has basically made me more confident as we speak. And I have like about 3 other videos that I need to make so that I could post them, but for now, just leaving it at this. Wow. Things have changed for the better, and I'm going to be making more videos on this channel, and this time I can guarantee it, as long as nothing outside of my control takes place. But in this case, it was with what was in my control that was the problem initially, and now it is within my control, and it's going to be managed even greater. So you'll be seeing definitely a lot more stuff here, which I should bring up one more point before I go. And I've been seeing a lot of both encouragements and critiques of my channel and my videos. So here's the thing. My videos, in fact, you know what? Let me just quickly pull it up, because I think it's on a page here somewhere. Did I? No, not you. Those are actually 2 videos that I was going to have to make anyway. Here we go. Nope, wait. Wrong one. Here we go. So, again, the purpose of this channel was not... Initially, it was started to take straw man arguments and statements and put a debate to them. This was all for educational purpose. I kid you not, this was all for educational purposes, to the extent of creating debate around straw man arguments. Like, oh, if God doesn't like evil, then why does he allow it to exist? That's a straw man argument, because a lot of people are thinking that God's just sitting back on a incliner, watching everything go down. And there's actually been legitimate arguments made. In fact, a lot of people have made dumber arguments, and I was just going to give equal responses, truthfully. But the whole debacle here with both criticisms and encouragements, first and foremost, encouraging me to keep the focus on Jesus, first and foremost, keep the focus on his instruction. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and then love your neighbor as yourself. And if you're basically arguing with someone across the street, I made a joke about this actually, saying, remember that Jesus loves you and the jerk you're arguing with. That was supposed to just be a joke, honestly, a passing joke, and I think I got heat for that one at some point. But the idea was that I was not targeting the person behind the opinion, but rather just trying to debate the opinion and bring it as a debate. The point is that Christ was bringing a lot of these different parables into play, and Christ would put parables for the purposes of critical thinking. When you asked him a question, he would return it with another question. And some people were like, oh, he's being cryptic. No, he's getting you to think. Critical thinking is part of this. There is no secret that is beyond you other than the things that remain a mystery. He opened up the word and the teachings and didn't make it a mystery, and some would understand it, some would not. But the truth is that he was just trying his best within his ministry to minister to who will hear. Those who have ears to hear and eyes to see, let them. And that's kind of the point. Like, my videos are supposed to create discussionary points. They're not really meant to be targeting. They're not meant to be judgments. They're not meant to be anything. I can't judge your eternal salvation, but we are called as brethren to judge each other in righteousness. That is the key phrase, in righteousness. Judge in righteousness for things that we see that are wrong. A.e., false teachings, bad doctrines, etc., etc. So I was not going to sugarcoat sin. I was not going to introduce personal or religious views that were beyond my understanding. I wasn't going to introduce anything. And all in all, that was just some of the critiques right there. So I'm going to continue making these videos. Don't get that wrong. It's not stopping. But I wanted to reevaluate, recap on what my goals were. So just a quick covering of that was more than enough, and I'll do more videos. I'm going to keep doing these. The guidelines, you could always refer back to my first video where I was doing my discussionary points and, you know, giving my overall introduction into the Christian discussion realm. So let me know what you guys think in the comments if you ever get a viewpoint. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. We'll just pick up where we left off. I got a couple of good ones, plus a short video that I'm just going to make after this, because it's actually, it is a doozy. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next few videos, so take care, God bless, and have, at my point, a good night, but if wherever you are, good day, good night, whatever. I'll see you next time.